¿Qué tal, mis queridos amigos? Espero que vaya muy bien por ahí. Lo que tenemos a continuación es un documento que traemos del Salón del Automóvil de Múnich, que justo ha terminado, en el que tuvimos la oportunidad de hablar con una persona importante. Estamos hablando de Tianshu Xin. ¿Quién es este señor? Pues este señor es el CEO Internacional de Leap Motor. Sería algo así como el número 2 de la compañía y el máximo responsable de la expansión internacional de Leap Motor, que como vas a ver a continuación, es gigantesca con la joint venture, con el acuerdo que han hecho con Stellantis. Una empresa muy joven que está creciendo muy rápido y que está ocupando un espacio ya en la industria del automóvil europea. Siempre es muy interesante traer a un responsable oriental al canal. En los últimos tiempos hemos traído a Stella Lee de BYD y hemos traído también al máximo responsable, a Moro-san, de Mazda a nivel internacional. Ahora traemos al máximo responsable a nivel internacional de Leap Motor, como digo, que tiene la particularidad de haber firmado ese acuerdo con el grupo Stellantis. Así que sin más te dejo con la entrevista para que veas lo que nos ha contado. Ha sido una manera un poco atropellada e improvisada en el salón y aquello estaba lleno de gente, hay mucho movimiento, pero aún así el señor Xin tuvo la amabilidad de dedicarnos unos minutos para responder a nuestras preguntas. Esto es lo que nos ha contado un máximo responsable de una compañía del automóvil de origen chino que además está desarrollando la expansión internacional y que por lo tanto conoce ambos mundos. De eso le vamos a preguntar. Y por cierto, antes de ir a la entrevista, estamos a punto de llegar al 1.000.000 de suscriptores. ¿Me ayudas a conseguirlo? Suscríbete al canal si no lo has hecho ya. Es gratis, no cuesta nada y nos ayuda un montón a crecer hasta conseguir ese objetivo del 1.000.000 de suscriptores. Si puede ser antes de que acabe el año 25, que está muy justito, pero ahí estamos pedaleando e intentándolo. ¿Ya lo has hecho? Suscríbete al canal si no lo has hecho todavía y vamos a ser juntos 1.000.000 de suscriptores en el canal de carwow.es.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said earlier on, right?
Uh-huh.
And in fact, Mr. Zhu got his inspiration in one of his holidays in Valencia.
Valencia.
He saw a little car on the street. So he looked at it, oh, what is this? He was not from automotive industry. And after he saw that car, he is thinking about, oh, there's a potential opportunity to enter into the automotive business. That's how he started to set up the Leap Motor since 2015.
Wow.
So the inspiration actually coming from Spain, from Valencia.
This is
So-
an exclusive new. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So next time, if we all want, I want inspiration, I will go to Spain.
Of course.
I will go to see you, or I will go to Valencia to get inspiration.
Fine. And
How
you
to do the business.
And you have to do the presentation of a new car in Valencia. You have to come to Spain. Fantastic. Fantastic.
yes, absolutely, yes.
Thank you very much. It's very, very funny point. One question. Leap Motor is a very young company, as you said. It's a startup,
10 years old.
10 years old only. There's a huge of growth in only 10 years. And here in this exhibition, and in general, we are seeing a lot of Chinese brands with a very good design, high technology. What do you think that is the different points that Leap Motor has from the competition from China, that it's so hard and it's so powerful with a lot of brands, etc. So what makes Leap Motor different or suitable to choose between another Chinese brand?
I will say the key difference between Leap Motor and the other Chinese brand is this cooperation with Stellantis. Leap Motor cooperation with Stellantis was signed in October 2023. There are two parts of the deal. The first part is Stellantis and Leap Motor set up this joint venture called the Leapmotor International, right? To distribute and manufacture Leap Motor branded car outside of China. So if you look at the strengths of both partners, Leap Motor's strength is they are able to develop innovative, advanced product at a very competitive cost in a very fast manner. That's Leap Motor's strength. And it's highly vertical integrated. 65% of the value are in-house developed. On the Stellantis side, the strength is, as you know, being the number 4 OEM globally, Stellantis has a strong, powerful distribution network globally. Not only that, but also, as you know, in order to sell the car, the whole distribution system and network needs to be in place, including IT, including logistics, etc. Plus, Stellantis has manufacturing footprint in more than 30 countries. That's the combine of both partners' strengths that makes Leapmotor International different. That's why Leapmotor International is able to launch Leapmotor brand in just 1 year in 4 continentals. The speed is enjoyed by leveraging both partner strengths.
Perfect, very well explained. Thank you. And one very important part from the Chinese side of this agreement is the speed of development of the cars. It's very high. It's surprising from our European point of view.
Yeah.
And software development. Can you explain me what are the key points? Why Chinese high-tech car brands are so fast and so agile developing cars? What's the secret?
There are a number of things, right? Number one, there are a lot of new players coming from outside of automotive industries. So there's no legacy. So you can start from a scratch, a piece of white paper. So from design to manufacturing, you can optimize the entire process. So that's number one, to gain the speed. Number two, by having this kind of a process, that also gain the cost competitiveness, right? Because you optimize everything from the very beginning. Number two is the entire NEV ecosystem in China, which has already well developed in the last 5 years. So it's not just one OEM faster than the other. It's thanks to this well-developed NEV ecosystem, and the OEM is able to leverage the best strengths of different suppliers and themselves as well. And as a result, and they're able to come up something which is much, much faster comparing with as a traditional OEM.
Okay, understood. Okay. And we have notices, news. We have been reading news about future production of your cars in Europe too, with Stellantis facilities. Do you plan to have your own facilities in the future, your own factories in places like Europe, if the market continues with this high response and high demand in companies like Leapmotor?
Yeah, so that's why coming back to the business model, right?
Yeah.
One of the benefit, one of the rationale behind is to leverage both parties' strengths. Mm-hmm. As I said early on, one of the strengths on the Stellantis side is Stellantis has manufacturing footprint in more than 30 countries. So if the volume continue to grow, and with the environment is keep changing, with the tariff, regulatory, etc., of course. And from a business perspective, the key thing is you need to have a long-term, sustainable, profitable business model in place in order to develop in the future, right? So with that in mind, and all the options are under evaluation, and also depending on the willingness of the government in each country, the regulatory of the auto industry, and also the plant availability, and if there's a spare capacity, and also the cost, and also the whole supply chain and the ecosystem around the plant, right? And then coming down to the final business case, whether the business case makes sense, continue import, or whether the business cases make sense to be localized. And in March and April, if you notice, and I was in Malaysia, and we announced localization in Malaysia as well. So so it's
a global company.
Exactly.
Adapted to every part. Where you are
Exactly.
selling cars.
Exactly. We need to be
Okay.
agile, adaptable, flexible.
Okay. Here in Europe, in our market, you have electric cars. You have made a huge bet in range extender cars.
Yes.
Some Chinese competitors are developing hybrid HEV technology too. Do you plan to change your mix as far as seems that the electrification in Europe is not running at the speed that we have supported before? Or do you think that you have enough with your REEV and electric cars for the needs of our market?
I think it's depending on the market. We have to, as a company, you cannot be, okay, that's my product plan. You like it or you don't like it. You take it or you leave it. That's not the right way to do the business, right? So, and as you know, the C10 we launched, we do have a C10 range extended version as well. For this B10, we just unveiled today. Also, you will find out next year, we will also launching a range extended version as well, okay? And for other technologies, we're also investigating, okay? But the key thing is when you're developing product, it's not about technology, it's about what technology meet the customer needs for that particular market. That's the focus for the company. You develop your R&D, you spend your money wisely, and depending on the customer needs, and you spend the money in the right way.
Okay, perfect. Two last questions.
Okay.
Thank you very much. As far as I know, you were part of the negotiation between the Chinese part, Leapmotor and Stellantis. Was it a difficult deal? Was it a tricky moment, or it was easy and very easy? You found the way to create this huge agreement that is so important, and an example right now of how China and Western countries can contribute together.
Yeah, if you look at the, as I said, right, the rationale behind of this deal, right, and Leapmotor, what they are good at is the product side, and what they're good at is in China, right? So, as you know, in China, the competition is very fierce. For any company you want to grow, you cannot just focus in on China, so you have to go abroad, right? So, on the other side, when you go abroad, it's their weakness point. They mainly focus in China. But the strong point of Stellantis is outside of China. So with this rationale and the value proposition from both parties, it was not difficult at all, because it's make so much common sense and the logic from and the business perspective, right? It's not only we're selling Leapmotor branded vehicle outside of China through the Leapmotor International, but also, as you know, Stellantis invested 1.5 billion euro into the Leapmotor topco level, become the single biggest shareholder. So it's from business perspective, it's a win-win situation.
Okay.
So it's 1 + 1 significantly bigger than 2.
Fantastic. And last but not least, I want to know the feelings about the launch of Leapmotor in Europe. My feelings in Spain is that the company is performing very well in the first month of history of this company in my country. What are your feelings from the part of Leapmotor? What's the feeling, the feedback from China about what's happening here? I'm very curious to know if you are happy with the launch, if it fills your expectation, or what's happening right now.
The headquarters of the Leapmotor International is in Netherlands, Amsterdam. I'm the CEO of Leapmotor International, so my normal base is in Amsterdam, at the Netherlands. I wish I could be in Spain, which with much better weather.
Thank you.
So if you say I'm happy, okay, I'm happy with the good job the team has already been put into place. Think about it. In any history in the automotive industry, have you ever seen a brand launched in 4 continentals within 1 year? We're the first one, okay? But if you say, am I satisfied? No, I'm not satisfied. I think we can do better. We can accelerate. We can be better. So that's the expectation I have. Even though the team has done a great job, but we can do better. That's the mindset and the culture I have set up at the company from day one. The culture for the company is every day is a day one.
Okay.
So we fight. Every day we try to do something to improve.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
Bueno, ¿qué te ha parecido? Yo creo que resume muy bien cuál es la filosofía y la ambición de los fabricantes chinos y en este caso la importancia también que le dan justamente a la estructura alrededor de los productos para diferenciarlo. La red de distribución y también aparejado a esto normalmente una red de postventa y una disponibilidad de recambios, por cierto que es también una de las cosas que más preocupa a la gente cuando está comprando un coche de nacionalidad china. Y por cierto, y en añadido a esto, nada más como anécdota decirte que en los últimos tiempos hemos entrevistado a varios CEOs internacionales, todos chinos o japoneses. Esto no es casualidad, esto mismo lo intentamos en muchas ocasiones con los CEOs europeos de las fábricas y de los fabricantes de automóviles que hay en nuestro continente y no nos es desde luego tan sencillo ni tan fácil. Así que bueno, que cada uno piense lo que quiera, pero yo lo dejo ahí, a ver si escuchan la llamada y tenemos oportunidad también de poder hablar con máximos responsables de la industria del automóvil europea próximamente aquí en tu canal, ya a punto de llegar al 1.000.000 de suscriptores. No nos falles. Hasta el siguiente vídeo, querida familia. Adiós.